We're back. Sabres win. It's where it's unfair. I wanted to call it a must-win.
No,
and I didn't because of you and your general attitude.
I saved us.
And I would have had another W on the card, but I also didn't call it a must-win because I knew that they would win.
Which is why...
I knew they didn't need me. That's what this was.
Which is why the energy of even the thought of it being a must-win is what almost had them lose the game in the third period.
That's right.
But because you didn't say it, it didn't have quite enough power to get the whole job done.
What was everyone's experience? You might have been watching straight through. I'm home watching the game, and my wife and I are hanging out. Kids are in bed. We're going to watch Stranger Things or catch up and finish that show once the game's over. And I'm watching. It's 4-0. I get up. She's like, "What's going on in the game?" I'm like, "Oh, it's 4-0. We could probably start soon." I walk back in the room. It felt like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
What is the actual game time from 4-0 to 4-3?
Oh, it's not much.
It's not much.
Yeah, it was like a minute and a half, like 2 minutes. Like it was fast.
I walked back in. I'm like, what? What happened? Had to go back and rewind. 4-3.
It was 5. It was a 5 minutes of
actual
game time.
Okay.
And the second and third goal, there was only a
minute 39,
29 second, 40 second.
It was stressful. Yeah. Did everyone have the exact same reaction, which is saying out loud to yourself, like, no,
yeah,
we're not doing this. No. Anyway,
like they're not blowing.
There's not happening.
It doesn't fit with the vibes that are going on right now. Like, sure, a month ago they blow that game.
Yeah,
they did something like that against Colorado last year, didn't they? Didn't they have a 4-goal lead?
Wasn't that the start of the losing streak?
Losing
was
streak.
The 4-0 blown lead, and then they went down the drain.
It identified their season as like, oh yeah, once that happened, we were broken forever.
But that wasn't 4 goals in the final 10 minutes. Maybe it was 3 in the final 10.
Yeah.
But this was you were up 4-0 and half a period was left.
Right.
And then it was just boom, boom, boom. It was the first shot that goes in after 4-2. I'm like, okay, all right, we're still good. You got a 2-goal lead with 5 minutes to go.
That's why you build a 4-goal lead. That's the whole idea.
Like, just you can't let in a third. That's as I said that out loud. The next puck that's along the ice just finds it. Maybe it was the only goal you would really blame on Lukin and Foley.
Agreed.
Like the worst goal you could let in at that time for everything, for feeling vibes. Oh no, what's happening? Yeah, like the 40 seconds there were tough.
Yeah, I noted after it all kind of stopped, it got really tense after the second goal, and then really tense after the third goal in the building. And then I was really impressed. I don't know how I even feel about it, but I think the crowd helped them in that final couple minutes. Because instead of booing and getting real tight and gross, they started a "Let's Go Buffalo" chant, and I'm serious. Immediately, the Sabres started figuring it out.
That's where the 10-game win streak continues to pay dividends. Because if they had not had that rip, and it was just kind of like, oh, same old, people probably get restless and give up.
100%. Yep. And I think that. I would be stunned if the players didn't notice it.
And, the game itself, it's funny because Vancouver is 31st, and maybe because they play the game that they played last night, they're in 31st. That game was on tilt the whole time.
Yeah.
Like the Sabres almost score on their first, 4 shots?
Yeah.
They're buzzing. Tage gets one back the other way for a Vancouver power play, and the Sabres are scrambling like Lukinen's diving all over the place. So the game looked like whatever. Pond hockey in the best way, like I'm saying, like entertaining and scrambly the whole time. So I guess it's not that big of a surprise that they came back. Luukkonen ends up with two goals saved above expected for the night. So
nice.
Ends up being a good night for him, even if he didn't like the one that he gave up. But on moneypuck.com, 2 goals saved above expected. Sabres next play against the Rangers, and then a 5-game homestand. So another, this little chance here to keep in the race, keep doing what you're doing. They're still just on the outside of a playoff spot looking in, but
in by points percentage. Once again.
I don't.
And if the season ended today and a comet was hitting the earth, they'd be in the playoffs.
Say like you have to.
My comet rules.
You have to phrase it as if there was some sort of massive event allowing the NHL to pick teams.
Yes.
If that happened,
like COVID. This is how they did in COVID.
Right, they did in COVID.
Yeah.
And I might remember it incorrectly, but in that scenario, didn't the Sabres GM not vote for a format that left his own team out?
I thought you were just going to mention how they missed by 1 point. I forgot they voted against. They voted for it.
They were out and they voted for it.
They voted for it.
Great. Okay.
I forgot about that.
Maybe maybe that might have been not a good idea.
But
Anyway,
otherwise, it's really 1 point out from Pittsburgh and then 2 from Washington with 2 games in hand. Those are the wild card teams.
48 points in 41 games. And if you followed along at all on Lindy's5.com, they are on the exact pace that they need to be on for a 96-point season.
96.
Now, here's the thing that'll be kind of interesting about how the season ultimately ends, and we'll see if we're mad because they lose 2 and miss the playoffs or if they make it. But the high mark of the last 14 seasons for the Sabres is what?
It's going to be when they had 91 a couple years ago, unless did one of those, did that first year they missed, did they have something in the 90s?
Nope, it's 91.
Okay. 91?
Yep, 91. The first year they missed 889 in 2012.
Okay. That's like an Ehrhoff, Robin Regehr year.
There's an 89. Years in the 80s, there's an 89, an 81, a 91, and an 84. And that's it. Last year was 79. So it's in the realm of possibility that they finish with 96 and miss or 95 and miss. And I wonder if I should be looking at the wild card, which is going to be a lot more volatile and wild, or if it really should be about, let's talk Montreal. Let's talk about chasing down the Canadiens, getting the 3rd spot. And I also would like to say, if you are really bullish on the way that they look right now, which I think you could be, they look like a team that decided to flip a switch and become good.
Yes.
They do multiple things well now. I mean, they're not perfect, but they just look like an accomplished, together, cohesive hockey team.
I kind of like the combination right now of they have 4 defensemen that all jump up into the play and are pretty good at doing it. And I would even include Samuelsson in that right now. Whenever he joins the rush, it kind of looks good. It doesn't look like it does with Byram or Dahlin. Byram, I think it's looking awesome lately. But I've got defensemen that are jumping up in the rush, and I think every one of my forwards is pretty good defensively right now. Mm-hmm. Maybe I wouldn't say that about Jack Quinn, but would you say it about another one of their forwards? That they're at least pretty good in their own end? I think they've got that nice combination. So I think that plus the depth at forward, I mean, we all have been talking about how good Ostlund's looked. And right now, he's on your 4th line. That reminded me of, I don't want to force 05-06 comparisons all month, but when that season was really rolling, rookie Pominville was playing on the 4th line and was good and was scoring, but he was playing with Gaustad and Pyatt. And that's when your lineup is deep enough that you're actually pushing a rookie down to the 4th. I would still have him in Krebs spot, personally. Yeah. But right now, your center depth, when's the last time they've had 4 centers as good as Thompson, Norris, McLeod, Ostlund? You probably have to go back to those teams.
Mm-hmm. You're leaving Kulik off that list, too.
Right.
And that's a guy that's, they planned on him being their first-line center this year.
Right. I think he opened the season as their first-line center. Yeah.
They have got a good thing going, and I want to just highlight the defensemen jumping up in the play. They have really, it's a weapon for them in a way that it is noticeable when you compare it to other teams around the league. And you've heard Lindy talk about it so much, and it seems like it's really gotten through to a point with these guys where they are confident. That Byram play he makes to dish tuck his goal last night, that is not a play that many teams can make with their 3rd, 4th best defenseman on the team. And that's just a guy the Sabres have that can make plays like that every night. And that's a really, really big asset to have. If you can have a defensive core that's that good and center depth like that, you're a good team. Yeah. Period.
And guys I'm thinking about Byram here and also thinking about Power and Samuelsson. And instead of a collection of guys on the in the D group on the blue line where it's they all have a bunch of potential and nobody really knows what they're supposed to do, it feels like they've kind of slotted in. And all of a sudden Byram has always been to me an idea that never took off and never did anything. Yeah. He plays low event hockey, and I feel I don't know, I guess I should check the numbers, but it doesn't feel like that anymore. Is that still true?
Because it feels, he used to. It feels like right now he plays a totally reckless style that actually
is working.
is working because there's not as many mistakes, even though like he sometimes comes really close to big mistakes. But like he's got 9 goals.
Yeah.
Like he's almost on a 20-goal pace from the blue line. Like if you're gonna give me 9 goals in half a year, like I can afford to make a few more mistakes as a defenseman.
He's under contract, of course, for this year and next. And I just want to put out there into the universe, if you want to think about Jarmo and his vision of being aggressive and making trades for the long-term future, Tuck is the obvious answer because of an expiring contract. Who knows where that goes? I'd like to consider Byram here because what happens in 2 years?
Right.
He could decide, not that I'm pushing him out the door, but just, hey, glow up for this guy. Maybe I could spin him somewhere else. I'm not going to re-sign him because if he keeps playing like this, he's going to want his 10 to 11 million. Oof. And the Sabres are not going to have the space for that because they have too many guys on the blue line that already kind of command that kind of attention.
You probably get more for him today than you would have in July.
Sure, right. That pass he made on the Tuck goal.
Yeah,
I mean that you want to
nice.
talk about at TSN Trade Center. That highlight's going to be shown 1,000 times, and that might also be the highlight of the actual game itself. Go back and watch that clip. Sometimes we like to talk about the roar before the horn. Mm-hmm. The sound the crowd made on that pass.
Oh yeah,
is awesome.
Yeah,
everybody in the arena with a ooh, and then Tuck banks it in. It's a nice play. So good for the Sabres. Nice win. Go beat the Rangers on Thursday, and then come home for a homestand in 5-game homestand. That'd be great.
They just need a power play. That's it. It's the only thing they still need.
Yeah.
7 games now they've gone without scoring on the power play. I tweeted this last night. I think if Jarmo is going to make a trade at any point soon, they need to start looking at like a power play specialist for their roster that they do not have. And I don't know if that's going to be you move like a Jack Quinn off your team or it's like a hockey trade or whatnot. But there have been guys like that have been moved. Like Line got traded last year, right? And he hasn't been healthy this year, so I'm not saying like he would have been the answer. They chased Patrick Kane 2 years ago when we didn't think we needed power play.
Can I give you a name?
Yeah.
He doesn't have power play numbers this year. I don't know if this name is someone that you would consider. What kind of power play specialist? Like a forward that scores?
Yeah, I think I need the guy that's moving the puck and is a really good shooter. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure if that fits exactly what you're looking for, but how would you feel about Artemi Panarin?
He would be good for that because I think he is like the motor on a power play. Yeah, I need a guy who is the motor. Right now, I think that is probably Dahlin from the top. And the more I watch Dahlin and Tage, I don't know that they just have it on the man advantage. Mm-hmm. They're incredible players at 5-on-5. Like, they're awesome players. But something is always seemingly missing on, like, either there's a lack of aggressiveness, or that could be even coaching, just the way that they're designing a unit. But, yeah, like a Panarin where, like, oh, that guy's the engine that makes a power play go. Like, I think they could use something like that.
He's on the final year of a deal.
So that'd be expensive, and it would be a rental.
His cap hit is 11.6.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to go some major dollars out in the process.
Yeah.
But just, I just want to put that name out there.
They want to do it for Tuck?
That's not 11 out. That's like 4.7 out.
No, I know. Well, how much cap space do they have?
Not a lot.
They can't figure that out for the cap?
No, you need more. So anyway.
Because 1-for-1, that might make a little bit of sense. Like the Rangers, there's already a rumor, like the Rangers like Tuck. Maybe they think they want to pay him long term. And if they're not going to do that with Panarin, and the Sabres aren't going to pay either, which one would I rather have for the rest of the season? Love Tuck. He's penalty kill. We're going to miss that. That unit is, that combo of McLeod and Tuck is the best penalty kill unit I've seen in a decade for this team. But I'm not saying no to Artemi Panarin if I can make the cap work. But as you're saying, like,
he would have to waive.
They only have like $3 million in space, $4 million in space.
Yeah. He'd have to waive a no move. But again, like it's the deadline, and if you're in a playoff race, you might. This is the value of making it. You don't have to like this specific move, but the value of making it is, hey, it's the deadline, and a team that has a guy that wants to go play some meaningful hockey on an expiring deal. Like, will you waive to go to Buffalo for 3 months?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. It's not the same as trying to trade for that guy when he's got 3 years of term and you're at the bottom.
Right.
So anyway, hey, Sabres, nice win. Rangers up next.